Guys, it's Soldier Girl, and guess what? It's our anniversary. Okay, it's been a year. Okay, a year since I had my breast augmentation done. I had them done December the 4th of 2014, and I had them done in the city of Apple Valley by Dr. Taroni, who was an amazing surgeon who did a fabulous job. I kind of went with saline because I figured, you know what? Worst case scenario is I'm gonna have a rupture, and if that happens, I would feel safer with having a rupture of saline implants versus silicone. All right, so that was my number one reason as to why I went with saline. Okay, my implants are under the muscle. I went with 410 over here and 450 over here. Now, when I was first trying to decide what size to get, how many cc's to get, I pretty much, my surgeon pretty much told me that I could go between 400 and 450. So I really didn't know where I wanted to go as far as stay on the low end at 400 or on the high end at 450. So I really wasn't sure. But he said he would just basically just see what things look like when I was on the table and just kind of go with what looks right. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to just look normal, and I wanted to look natural. And that's why, so that was why he went with 410 and 450. What else? My recovery was amazing, you guys. Like, I think like I had the absolute best case scenario, period. Like very, very, very little pain. I think I only used my pain meds the first, I want to say the first 3 or 4 days. Day 2, day 3, I would say I was up and walking around. I even took a walk up the street to walk the dog. And I felt perfectly fine. I started working out when I was about 2 months post-op. And that was because, and that was for lifting. I had been to the gym already, I would say when I was about 6 to 8 weeks. But that was just for light workouts, mostly just cardio, mostly just walking, honestly. But it wasn't until I was actually 2 months post-op where I was able to actually lift again, doing pull-ups or push-ups and just weighted exercises, basically. And so that's what happened with that. And what else? So a lot of you guys wanted to know how things were going, considering I had a baby already. I got pregnant like practically right after I had them done. I'll probably insert a picture of the week or weekend that I probably conceived that little guy back. I breastfed, I want to say the first 3 or 4 weeks, and I didn't have any problem with the milk coming out. Like, nothing was obstructed. I did end up engorged, but eventually my milk did slow down. I don't believe that was because of my implants, but I was really just happy that I was able to breastfeed at all. I wasn't sure how things were going to go with breastfeeding. I did have problems breastfeeding with my first son, and so, but this time around I was able to do a lot more than I did with Papa's. And so there's that. What else? No tenderness, no hypersensitivity to my nipples whatsoever. You guys know my incisions were underneath. Alright, so this is what they look like now. I still love them just as much as I did when I first got them. I absolutely love my freaking boobs. And it's crazy because I was talking to my sister the other day and I was like, I forget sometimes that I got them done. Like, I forget that I had a boob job. How can I forget that? But I do. But yeah, but this is what they're looking like. When I press it, you can see the implant kind of shift up. So it's still in there, and they are still wiggly and wobbly like they're supposed to be. I still have a nice amount of side boobage, which I love. What else? Other than that, that's basically it, you guys. There's not a whole lot to talk about in this video. But again, I do love my boobs still. I don't have any issues or problems with them. What else? When I was breastfeeding, I did become really, really engorged. My boobs were freaking massive. I'm surprised I didn't take pictures during that time, but they were really, really, really big. Bigger than they were with Papa's because I didn't have implants at that time. And so they were just huge. I could not wait for the engorgement to go down. I could not wait. And I kept getting that feeling that I got when I first got my boobs done with cold weather. Like cold weather and new breast implants do not get along whatsoever. It's like oil and water. And so cold weather, they would get super, super stiff, and they they would ache. They would really just ache. So during that time when I was engorged, I had that achy feeling too. So I don't know if that was the milk. I'm assuming it was the implants, but I mean, I hadn't had that sensation or feeling at all. I literally, it subsided and I never felt it again until I was engorged. So I assume it had to do with the breast milk being in there or whatever. I don't know, maybe the breast milk and the implants competing for that space. I don't know. But I only had that situation when I was engorged. Let me show you my scars. Okay, so there's one right there that you can barely see. It's right there, okay? And then this one on this side is right there. So it's like the scars look amazing, like you can barely see the scars. But yeah, but other than that, you guys, I think that's basically it. I can't think of anything else to add. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section. For those of you who want to get your breasts done, definitely do as much research as you possibly can. Get different perspectives. Don't necessarily go by body types. Because I know a lot of girls will be like, well, how tall are you? Or how much do you weigh? Because we have similar body types and I want to get this. I mean, that's never really a 100% they're gonna look like you. It just all really depends, right? And so definitely do your research. Make sure that you have several consults to make sure that you choose the right doctor. And so yeah, so I'll leave it there. You guys have an amazing day. I doubt I do any more breast augmentation updates unless of course something changes. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. Later guys.